Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BASHAM, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one Great Pestilence. Great Pestilence. And I was doing some reading, and this article is in CNN, and I'll get to the article, but just, you know, the Lord told you in Matthew 24, I'll get it. He told you, you know, this was coming. And, the pandemic was almost 3 years ago with this C-19, this, going on and going around. And, we're entering winter, and there's a lot of mystery deaths that's around the world that's going on, and we all know what that's leading to, or the cause of. And let me get to Matthew. Let me go to Matthew 24, because this is the time that we're in, and it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. It says Matthew 24:7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence, and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And these things are happening all over the world right now. And I titled this Great Pestilence, because there is some diseases that are coming down the road that are gonna the Lord's gonna use that on judgment. He said, I'm gonna persecute them with pestilence. You see, it's gonna be to a point, in this time coming down the road where people have, you've already seen the funky monkey. The funky monkey, they got those SARS. You see, and with this vaccine and everybody drinking this juice, we're talking about great pestilence, man. People's whole body is just, bumped up, and, just, it's to a point, it's so contagious. It's going to get to that point where they show you in some of them movies, to where you can't even breathe the air. And these are, in this time, Esau, the mad scientist, the mad scientist is these laboratory bio weapons, man. So he's creating these, these sicknesses, man. These pestilence. See, let me get to the article real quick, and this is dealing as far as from the animals to it's able to what I want to say, transform, or contagious from animals to humans. But it says new langia virus found in China could be tip of the iceberg for undiscovered pathogens. Researchers say. It says more surveillance. Hong Kong says more surveillances is needed of a new virus detected in dozens of people in eastern China that may not cause the next pandemic, but suggests just how easily viruses can travel unnoticed from animals to humans, scientists say. And you have, these different animals like mice and rats, and just a year or two ago, over there in Australia, those farmers they got plagued with thousands and thousands and thousands of rats and mice, all in their different farming tools, and all in their food and on their farms, and these animals like that, they get into these small crack areas, and some of these Esau and contaminate it, man, and it just spreads. You see, we're coming into that time. It says the virus dubbed Lengya Henipavirus infected nearly 36 farmers. See them farmers, and they deal with the food. It said infected 36 farmers and other residents, according to a team of scientists who believe it may have spread directly or indirectly to people from shrews, small mole-like mammals found in a wide variety of habitats. See? See, I'll leave it there. I just wanted to touch on that. It's a full article, but I just wanted to get the quick facts of that. But the whole fact of this is that these pestilence, they're going to amp up. The Lord's going to turn it up. You see, because the wickedness in this earth, judgment has to go forth, man. Judgment is coming, and this is going to be a judgment. This is going to be to the wicked. This is going to be one of the Lord's judgments upon the wicked. To have a pestilence, a sickness, where and over time it just cripples you. And the Lord's he's gonna torment. He's gonna torment a lot of people through these pestilence, to where you just want to kill yourself, man. Just take me. But the Lord's not gonna do that like that. He's gonna torment a lot of people, with these great pestilence, because they refuse not to hearken. And 2/3 of his people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, 2/3 of you don't want to hearken to this word. You see, so this is going to be some of your judgments. The Lord has different judgments for for these wicked individuals walking around. Your judgment, and one of them is going to be these pestilence. You might have bumps all over your tongue. I'm talking about just your whole front mouth just bumped up, or your whole face or body just bumped up, or your heart is hard breathing. However the Lord wants to do it. But it's some terrorizing pestilence, sicknesses that are coming. But let me go to Jeremiah 29. I don't want to make this too long. Just a quick hit. Through the power and the spirit of BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. Call Halal Yamla Alahaya Nawa Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. Let me go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah, what was that? Jeremiah 29, and Jeremiah 29 and 18, and it reads, it says, and I will persecute them with the sword, with famine. And this is another thing that's brewing too, is the famine. The famine is coming. You're gonna have the lack of nutrition, you know, the food that you need to eat, right along with the sicknesses. But it says, and I will persecute them with the sword, with the famine, and with the pestilence. See? So in a lot of it, food is medicine. So you're gonna have a famine, and then you're also gonna have those pestilence going on. You see, and Esau is contaminating the food. You know, it's already contaminated, but Esau is talking about they're vaccinating all animals. You know, the meat that you eat is contaminated. You know, this is where it's finna go. That's why the Lord said, and I will persecute them with the sword. There's no sidestepping this judgment, man. With the famine and with the pestilence, and will deliver them to be removed to all kingdoms of the earth, to be a curse and astonishment and an hissing and a reproach among all the nations whither I have driven them. And this is in the time of Jeremiah, you know, dealing with Israel, man. You know, and they didn't listen. And this same thing that the Lord did in our time, in our past time, to our forefathers, in Jeremiah's time, to the tribes, he's going to do again. He's going to do the same thing again with the famine, the pestilence, the martial law. You know, Jacob's trouble approaching, that sea hip, the technology. It says 19, because they have not hearkened to my words, saith the Lord, YAHAWAHSHI. 2/3 of Jake, you don't want to listen. 2/3 of you of the tribes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you don't believe this stuff. You don't believe what's coming, what we're warning you about. It says, because they have not hearken to my words, saith the Lord, which I sent unto them my servants, the prophets. And the prophets they're sitting down doing lessons. They're on the highways and hedges. They're blowing the trumpet in Zion, man. We're warning the people that the famine, the pestilence, the martial law, the sea hip, the technology, ultimately the Lord's coming back. You see, to get right. Or you're going to be judged, man. You're going to be judged. It says, I sent unto them by my servants, the prophets, rising up early and sending them. But ye would not hear, saith YAHAWAHSHI. And the Lord, how's the Lord sending out his word? By his servants, the prophets. You see, his servants, the prophets, they're telling you. We'll open up the book. The Lord has put the Spirit on the men, his servants, the prophets, and they're speaking his word. And it's ultimately on this internet. And this internet reaches everywhere in the world. So there's just no excuse. And there's the internet is still up, it's still going. You're able to access and hear the word, but you know, a good majority of the tribes of Jake, man, you scroll past this, you're out there, you see the men of the Lord out there on the highways and hedges, and you shake your head and keep walking. You see, but you know, time's almost up. I'll close out with this. Jeremiah, we'll stay on Jeremiah. Jeremiah 21. Jeremiah 21 and 6. Jeremiah 21 and 6, and it reads, And I will smite the inhabitants of this city. You see, both man and beast. He said he's going to smite the inhabitants of this city, both man and beast. They shall die of a great pestilence. See? And see that, with these, with Esau creating these different bio weapons, he's gonna release, or he's already released some of these great pestilence, and it's far more worse pestilence that's coming. It tells you that in Psalm. What is that? Psalm. What is that? Is that Psalm 91? But it tells you that in Psalm. Yeah, Psalm 91 and 6. Psalm 91 and 6. It says, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness. See? Nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. So there's that pestilence that walketh in darkness, man. You see, there's a great sickness, man. That's out there. That's going around. That walketh in darkness that you can't see. And in this time, a lot of people are just they are contaminated. This is why you got men out here, you tribe men, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you men and women out here thirsty, meeting different men or women, and you going to another level, contamination, man. Contamination. This is why, I'm good, man. I'm good. It's thus said the Lord, because this is a very serious thing at this point. And the Lord is sending judgment. Judgment must start at the house of Israel. But it's some great, terrifying, pestilent diseases that are on this earth, and that it's gonna get even far worse. But it's to a point where, like the Lord said, he's the great pestilence on man and beast, on these animals. You see? So, you're going to have a famine, the no electricity, the great pestilence, sicknesses, man, it's some serious times we're coming into. But I just wanted to touch in on that. I was reading that this morning. So, hopefully you were edified. I don't want Ratazah come back with another lesson, but I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Shalom, Israel.